Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin. Today we're looking at the Oliver Green Caeli. The price for this watch is $179. I do have a 15% off discount code. I'll leave that down in the description. I do earn a commission from the use of that code. And also this watch was given to me, so I'm marking this video as a paid promotion. Also, sometimes these watches go on sale for 20%, and you can use my code to get an additional 5% off. So, all right, with all that out of the way, let's talk about this watch. This watch, in my unboxing, someone stated that it looks like a Bauhaus watch, and I agree. I would say it's a modern interpretation of a German Bauhaus watch. This company is based in Denmark. See if we can read some of the stuff on the back here. Here we go. Oliver Green, Denmark. Miyota GL32. There's, I think it's the serial number. And then 3 ATM water resistant sapphire crystal. And it says all precision steel. That's 316L stainless steel. And also you notice there's no threads or screws on the back. This is a pressed case back. And it's a push-pull crown. So that explains the 30 meters of water resistance. Let's zoom in on the dial here. Give you kind of a macro shot, I guess. Yeah, this crystal does have quite a bit of distortion. It's a domed crystal. Does not appear to be any sapphire on this. I'm sorry, does not appear to be any AR coating on this sapphire crystal. And as you can see, there's no lume here. It does have these nice circle indices. The hands are very thin, very minimalistic. And as you may have noticed, the minute hand and second hand are exactly the same. You'll see them overlay here. They almost disappear, and one of the hands almost disappears. So I did find myself getting a little confused looking at the watch for the time, where it would take me a few seconds to then see which hand was moving as the second hand. So I think it's a cool looking watch. It's very dressy looking, very stylish. It does have this nice reverse curve to it here, kind of a dished out shape. Maybe you can call it a UFO. It's a very cool looking watch, very dressy. But as far as telling time quickly, this wouldn't be the watch for that. I think it looks great on this mesh strap. Also, they sent over some other straps, so I will be showcasing this watch in a future video on all these straps. I have worn this watch for a week, or just about that, maybe a little bit longer. You can see right there, just below the crown, there's a scuff on there. And I'm laughing because that's actually from a doorknob hitting the watch. The watch did not hit the doorknob hit the watch. I was standing behind the door. My wife opened the door and it hit me directly on the wrist with the doorknob. So, first time that's ever happened to me. So yeah, just have some battle damage here. Then we can see here Oliver Green logo at the 12 o'clock, and then just above the 6, the name. I'm pronouncing it Caeli. Perhaps that's wrong. I don't know. But above that is Oliver Green, Denmark. So as you can see the back of my hand, not what I wanted to showcase. As you can see, the second hand is ticking away, so it is a quartz movement. And as I mentioned, that's the Miyota GL32. And one of Oliver Green's things is that all of their straps are quick release. You don't need any tools to change out the straps. And also you need to look at how thin these lugs are. These lugs are amazingly thin. I've not had a watch with lugs this thin before. Now I may compare this to my Stova Antia. That is a German Bauhaus style watch. So I'll have to make a note of that, and we'll have that video sometime in the future here. Yeah, I've been wearing this watch for everything, doing yard work, actually doing a little bit of brick work and chipping out bricks and stuff. So it's held up well for that. So this movement is rated for an accuracy of plus or minus 20 seconds per month with a 3-year battery. Okay, let's zoom out here. We'll talk about the dimensions. Will not be a lume portion of the video. So it should be a little bit shorter of a video here. I'll show it to you on wrist after discussing the dimensions. So lug to lug, we're looking at 45. Case diameter is 39. It does look like a larger watch because the bezel is very minimal. So 39 for the diameter. Thickness with the domed crystal to the flat case back, looking at 9.4 millimeter, 20 millimeter lugs, and this mesh strap does not taper, so it's 20 millimeters all the way down. And this is my first long-term and actually first short-term experience with a mesh strap. I've never worn one on wrist before, and it's very comfortable on wrist. 4.5 millimeter crown. Crown is a little small, but I mean, it is a dress watch after all. I do like how this kind of blossoms out here to protect the crown stem. It's very cool. It's been a fun watch here. And on the mesh strap, it is 79 grams. So this mesh strap, I have a video. It's very easy to adjust. You basically just flip up this here with a screwdriver, and then you can slide it around into these preformed creases here for that to index on. You can kind of see that on the other side of the strap here. Yep, you can see right there. You can see those formed areas, but it's not really a big deal. It's on the bottom of your wrist. Just something interesting I noticed. But this feels really nice. I think it's a nice quality, but like I said, I haven't had much experience with mesh straps. So let me get this on wrist and see how it looks on my 6.5-inch wrist. There was one more thing I wanted to touch upon, and that is, I think I already mentioned it, but the distortion from the crystal. It kind of plays tricks. I mean, it's cool to look at. I have pictures on Instagram of this dial out in the sun. Depending on how the light hits it, the dial color kind of changes. But it is a black dial. Kind of a sunburst effect going on with it. But anyway, let's get this on wrist. I have actually dropped this watch too. When I unsnapped the mesh or the buckle here, that just kind of slipped off my wrist. So it can take a little bit of abuse. So what I did is I just unhooked it, and then it just flipped off my wrist. So anyway, hopefully you saw I put that on there. I think it's good looking. I prefer this to a butterfly clasp. It just has a little bit loose. There's not any micro adjust. So here we go. Let me know what you think of this watch and the styling of it. I think maybe about a week ago now it was on sale for $143 with a 20% off, and then you could get 5% more off after that. So I don't know when they do their sales, but you can just be on the lookout for that. Let's zoom out here, and then we'll be closing up the video. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a bunch. Like the video and leave a comment below. I appreciate hearing your feedback. Alright, as I mentioned, there's no loom on this watch, so we won't be doing the loom portion of this video. As always, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for watching.